Hello and welcome back guys to the Kids Coding Playground channel. So today we will continue with the Crab Cross the Road game. We'll be editing the some custom sprite and also making some changes to the background. So before we get started, please like, share and subscribe to our channel and let us know in the comment what do you guys like to see more. Okay, so let's jump right in. So where we have left off last time was we finished the row with the stripe here in the middle, and then a little white line in between. So and then we have the grass done. What we can do next is we can put some flowers here on this side, flowers here on this side, and then we'll put a crab in the middle. What you can do is you can go to like Google and search for flower patch PNG cartoon or something and look for like a PNG art. Once you find the one that you like for instance this or any of them, you can download it and then you can just import it. If you find one that is not PNG, for instance, that you want to use it, then you actually have to erase the background. That I think I talked about last time how you would do it. You have to use the Scratch 2.0 editor. Unfortunately, they don't have the magic one anymore on 3. What you can do is when you go to Scratch, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom here, this thing called download, click on download here. If you scroll down and then you will see the older version editor, you can download this one, Scratch 2.0 offline editor. With this one, you have the magic wand to remove the background, which is this editor, the 2.0 editor. So using this, you can make the erase the background for the sprite. So I can show you that one time. Let's, for example, we go to this flower patch, right? Let's say we want to use this flower. We can save this image, right? Flower, we can call it flower. So as you can see, this is a JPG, it's not a PNG image, so it might not have a transparent. So we might need to erase it. So what you can tell, if you go here, let's say you have the cat here, and if you upload this flower, as you can see, the flower is blocking the cat, right? You see it doesn't see through, you see half of the cat. So what you need to do is you need to go to costume, you use this magic wand, and then you can just highlight this. So it will try to get all the flower. So I mean, you kind of have to go in a little bit, zoom in maybe sometime to get the perfect perfect. Oops, so that was wrong. So if you're doing it wrong, then you can just kind of do the undo. So as you can see, I mean, it's not as, there's still some spot. Oops. So I mean, there's still some spot that you might have to clean up afterward. So as you can see, the flower still you still see some white spot here, right? So you might have to go in and just use the eraser to kind of erase this piece out, like this. Kind of, you might have to zoom in a little bit if you want a better control of the sprite. As you can see, once I erased it, I can see the cat somewhat. You can still see some white spot. So I would recommend if you could find the like a PNG file to use. That way you don't have to mess with the editing the sprite. But if you want to, you can. Some of the sometimes you cannot find PNG. and some does require you to make some changes to edit the sprite, like when we're working on this game later on with the car, the police car, and the old truck. They only have a PNG. They don't have PNG. They have only the the JPG. So you do actually need to do some changes to erase the outline and all that. So you can use this magic wand tool here to help you. Okay, so let me get back to it. Let's say you found one PNG file and you saved it. What you can do is you can go back to your code. Oops. Go back to the code here. You can go to background. Select background here. And what you can do is you can upload a backdrop. So let's say I use this flower I downloaded a while ago. So when you see you download this flower, sometime it put it into a bitmap. What you can do is click on this to convert to vector, and then you choose this arrow here, select this picture, Control C, or right click copy, and you can say Control V here. So as you can see, I put this flower here, right? So you can kind of make it smaller. You can adjust the flower any way you like. You can move it up, move it down. So I just going to move it around here. So I can do a copy again, and I made another flower around here. So you can just adjust it that way, it kind of look like it's even on both sides. So we have the two flower patch here on the side. We can put the crab in the middle. So this part we are done with the flower now. So our background is, I believe, is done. Unless you want to change something else, you can. What we can do is we can start coding. Now we'll go back to the code for the backdrop. What we can do is pull this one in. So when green flag is clicked, that means when you click on this green flag, this code will execute. You can select the sound. We can also select the volume. Like if you don't want the sound to play too loud in the back, you can give it like 50%. And you can say forever. Then we need to add a sound. Let's say you can choose one. When you go choose a loop, so these are the loop sound that it can kind of loop together, and it sounds good. So let's say we use this, so it give you a little demo what it kind of sound like. Just hover over this play button. So let's say we use this, then we can choose this. Then we'll go back to the code, and you go to sound, and you can drag this in. So this play until done. So after this sound's completely done, what happens is go and it will play again, and then it will keep on playing the same sound over and over again. So if I now, let's just change this project name, say crab cross the roll. I'll make it 2 since I already have 1, the regular one. If I now play this, you can hear the music in the back. So you can hear a little bit music in the back, right? We put a volume kind of 50%. And I also changed my volume on my system to be a little bit low. So that way you can hear me talking. Alright. So far we have this working. Alright, we have the volume added, the sound and all. Then we have to go on to the next sets of code. Okay, now we have to create actually another variable. What this new variable we are going to make is going to help us to control the game a little bit better. I'll explain why I need this variable. It's called stop action. So basically this variable will help us to, let's say if the crab is going across the street, it got hit by one of the car. We want to stop the the broadcast of the the car hitting the crab and deduct the live one. So basically, we don't want the the car hit the crab, like another car might come and hit again right before the crab move back, and we don't want the life to decrease more than one, right? Maybe like 2 or 3 times, right? The car could have hit the crab when he's in the middle of the lane. Maybe there's 2 car coming, so that's why we want to use this variable to help us to control that. So I will show you in a bit. So we can hide this variable by clicking this checkbox, so this variable goes away. If you want for debugging purposes, you do want to change have it on, so that way you can see what's going on, what it's getting set to. Okay, we have created this new variable. What we can do is we can trash this cat here. We are going to get the crab. Okay, and we have the crab. So we have crab A and crab B. So they look pretty much alike. What we are going to do is we are going to add something to the crab. Add the crab sprite, saying like if he get hit by a car, he splashes I guess blood or something. If it's a crab, I think they have blue blood. So let's just add a splash. So what you can do is go for here, same thing in Google. Go look for splash PNG. Scroll down, find the one that you want. Like this is the one I got. It's a blue one. I already downloaded earlier. So what we can do is go over here. You can say upload custom, and you can say blue splash splat. Okay. All right. So click on this vector again. So as you can see, it's really big. What you want to do is you want to shrink it. Okay, kind of shrink it some more. I mean, until you're comfortable where it should be. So the crab is, let me see how the crab looks like. Okay, so what we're going to do is you can just click on this, copy, Control C, and Control V. So you're putting a splash on the crab. So that means he got hit by a car, right? So we can trash this now. So we have only one thing. So what we're going to do is we're gonna make this crab a little bit smaller. Actually, this is a little too big. So now let's go back to the code. What we can do is first we'll drag this in. So this is when green flag is clicked, we can go to look, set the size 40, and we have to initialize our variable. So we can say set live to, let's say, given 5. Set the score, resetting the score to 0, and then we can have one more. Set the stop action to no, so we're not stopping the action. So once we actually get hit by the car, then we say stop action Y, so that can stop the action, what is trying to perform. And we also want to set the crab's custom 1. So in the beginning, we always want to have custom 1. So the crab looks something like this. And we want to go into a certain position. You can move it around. You can see this, right? So let me put it like around maybe -165. See how it goes. I think I used that too last time. I think that works best. So 165 is around here somewhere at the 0 position. This is like the center. Next we'll go get a forever loop here. So what we are going to do is we are going to add the kick sprite. Okay, we are going to put a kick somewhere on the top, but for right now, let's just leave him so big. We'll change it to a little bit smaller. What this crab will do is we will add this statement here. Okay, if touching So if the crab touch the cake, we'll broadcast a message so we can do more things with it later on. So we'll say broadcast message, say new message, got cake. So after you get the cake, you just broadcast get cake. So we are going to use that later on to do something with that. For now, let's work on the crab. We want the crab to be able to move left and right. We also need to set this up as well. So instead of when space key is pressed, you say when up arrows is pressed. What we want to do is go here, and we are putting an if condition here, and we are going to check if the stop action that we just saw it, right? Because after you get hit by the car, we should not be letting the crab to keep on going up or down, right? We want to stop that. So we are going to use this condition here, not condition, basically is not that variable. So the stop action is not equal to y, then we'll allow them to move. So we can say change x, not change x, change y, sorry. Change y by, let's say 20. And we want to put a little weight in between. We don't want the user to hold down the up and down arrow key and just fly through the street, right? We don't want that. So we'll put 0.08, something like that, really a fraction of a second. So they can still move pretty quick around the map, but just not like completely, push down the key and go all the way to the end. And also we don't want them to go all the way to the top. What we're going to do is we're going to say bounce on the edge so that player won't be able to hide up here somewhere off the screen. So now we will duplicate this. So we got the up arrow done. We are going to work on the the down arrow. Say down arrow. Similar thing. So y, instead of plus 20, we're gonna do minus 20. Similar thing. And bounce. Same thing. So now we will work on the right and left arrow. So this is right. So for right, we will have to use the X. So we cannot use that code. We are going to say change. Oops, why am I grabbing X, Y again? Change X, where's X? Okay. So we are going to say change X, this is right, so it will be positive, change X. And we will say on edge bounce. We don't need to put a weight because if they're moving left and right, that's fine. We'll let them go a little faster. And we can put this for left button. And we say minus 20. So now we have the basic movement of the crab. So let's play this and just check it out. So the crab, as you can see, I push the up arrow, it will run this code. I put the down arrow, it's running this code. My left arrow, right arrow. So basically what we had is the crab is able to move across the street and get the cake, right? There's no car right now. Okay. So we'll stop this. So we have the basic of the code for the crab so far. So if you guys miss anything, just pause the video here and take a look at the code. Make sure you have everything here like this. Okay. All right. So next we are going to work on the car, and we are going to broadcast if the car actually hit the the crab. What we can do is we can bring one car first and we can work on the other car later. Okay, we'll bring this green car. We can place them anywhere you like. You can place them around this here or here, anywhere. So what we can do is we're going to start with the event again. Okay, so and then we are going to set the car a little bit smaller. You can set the size here to 75, or you can set the size here as well. I like to do in the code that way, it won't change, it will always work. Even if I changing this to test something, I run it, it will always work again. And what we can do is look at the motion. As you can see, when you adjust this, you'll see a different value, right? Where the X and Y is. What you can do is, let's say I want to put this car around this location, maybe further, so it's probably gonna come out like this. What you can do is you can just drag this. I say go to negative, maybe it doesn't matter, negative 40 and 12, right? So the car's here, and then we have to go in and get a forever loop. So we want to make this car keep on going toward this way. So as you can see, the car is pointing this way, so you want him to go forward, you have to use the move. Depending which side the sprite is facing, you might have to use a positive move or negative move. But for instance, this one is facing to the right, the sprite is already facing to the right, we haven't changed any of the orientation, so just use the positive number. So this I put 7. That means the it will every time this loop run, it will move 7 steps forward. So if you want the car to go faster, you have to change this to a higher number like 10 or 15, right? If you want to go slower, you use a smaller number. All right. And also I want to you can also make him point in the direction as well, so make sure that okay, he's always going that side, or you can put it in the front here, that's also fine. I mean, our car is always going that side anyway. Okay, and then what you can do is you have to check if the car gets to the end, you want to move them back to the, so if the car get all the way to the end here and disappear, you want to move them back, just hide them and move them back here. So what you have to do is you have to check the position. So you will say the X position of this car, right? Because we're checking the X position. So you will get the operator here. You'll say if the X position is greater than, you can move your car, you can tell. Go back to motion, you'll see it, right? Like 200 or whatever, right? We'll put 230 because that's like probably at the end right now. This is 209, right? 230 maybe all the way like this, right? This is 255, right? This depends on what you want to do. You can do 55, right? 250 is fine also, doesn't matter. So like if the car move all the way to the end, what we're gonna hide it, right? We just set high, so we'll hide it. And we can set the X back to whatever the X we had here. So what we can do is say set X back to negative 240. So since we're doing 250, let's just change everything to 250. It will be easier. Oops. So let's do 250, 250, and 250. All right. And then what we want to do after that, we want to show. So we want to show the car again. I think I have to zoom out a little bit. The code is getting long. And we are going to check if it touched the crab. So we will need this condition here, sorry, the if condition. We'll put it here. So this is the moving part, right? So now we have to, after this code is finished running, it will run this code. So now we will check if the crab got hit. Okay, so we will need this condition. We'll probably need an end join also. So we'll have to check that stop button. So remember that stop action, we don't want the car to run him over twice and he lost 2 lives. So we need the end join. So not just one. So what we say is this. we'll say touching crab. So the car is touching crab, and you remember we use the not operator, right? So we'll throw this in here, say not, and we call this stop action. Oops, we forgot one more. So when it's not equal to y, meaning the crab did not get hit, then we will broadcast a message saying the crab got hit. So broadcast, click on the drop down, click on new message, and say hit crab. So the car hit the crab. So let's run this and see how it looks. So as you can see, the car is running left to right. After it gets to the end, it'll come back and then it start going again, right? Okay. Alright, so we can see the car moving now. We will have to go back to the crab. What we can do is in the crab here. Okay. Alright, so what we can do is we'll stop right here. I don't want to make the video too long. We'll start with another video and we'll complete the crab and the car and everything else in the next video. Alright, thank you very much for joining us today, and hope you learned something, and please subscribe, give us a thumbs up on the video, and we'll continue next time. Thank you.